Hey my lovelies, it's Imogen aka missimoinsane and welcome to my video. So I wanted to get back into bullet journaling because I found that the A5 was just, it was too big to take out with me. It was too clumpy to carry around with me. I love it, don't get me wrong. My A5 Leuchtturm, and I set it up and then I did like a month in it, maybe 2 months in it. And then in July, yeah, I did May, June, and then in July, I didn't love it anymore. It was kind of a case of, I put stickers in it and I didn't like that. It just looked tacky. I put washi in it, which bulked it up, and I liked the bulkiness at first, but now it's kind of like, I have medical problems or issues, I suppose, in some ways. You would say that I'm a spoonie, so I'm one of you guys, and it basically, fatigue for me is a big thing and pain for me is a big thing, so like lugging around this big heavy book and having to take a bigger bag just so I can take this big heavy book became an issue. So I was like, right, okay, I'm going to go back to the A6 because I liked the A6. The A6 was cute and the A6 worked for me, and also with the A5 there was like all this big white space that I was struggling to fill, and so I put stickers in it to try and fill that space. And that's when we started getting the issues of the bulkiness and the tackiness, and just I didn't use it. So all of July I didn't use it. We are now August, I believe it's the 25th today, and I just haven't used it. So basically what I decided to do was that I wanted to create another A6, and I couldn't make my mind up whether I wanted to get another Rhodia, which I had before, or if I wanted to try the Leuchtturm I should say, the Leuchtturm in A6. So I got them both in black and I thought I would do a comparison video. So if you haven't seen the video of the comparison between the two and you're interested, I will put a link below to that video. In my A5 bullet journal, I basically created a key using a stamp which is from this stamp set. And this stamp set is it's not cling mount, like you would peel these off of here and you would stick them onto like wood blocks. I don't really want to do that with this set, so what I do is I just I ink it up and I print it straight from here. However, obviously in inking up this key I'm going to get some extra ink on some other items, so what I'm going to do, instead of inking and sticking that straight into my book, I actually inked it and stamped it onto sticker paper. Then I fussy cut it out and stuck it in my book. So I actually want to create a same or similar thing for, my new pocket sized. So first of all, I want to check that this key will actually fit and look okay, which I think it will. I mean, obviously it'll be flipped the other way around. And then what I'm going to do is I've just got some regular label paper. In fact, I've got a couple of sheets of regular sticker label paper there, which is the type of stuff that you get for printing labels on your printer. This is white matte, and I am going to use my jet black StazOn ink, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up that key, and I'm obviously going to accidentally ink up some of the things next to it, such as that broom. So I'm going to make sure I've got a good amount of black StazOn ink on there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp that close to this corner, and I'm going to give it an even press to try and ensure that it prints nicely. And then I'm going to lift it straight up, and there we go. We got our nice impression, and we're slightly off camera a little bit there. So then I'm going to clean this up, and then I'm going to fussy cut this image out. So using my little mini Westcott Embroidery Scissors. Okay, so that's my key now cut out, and I'm going to pop this sticker paper to the side. I don't want to do too many sticking in stickers, and I've actually ordered a Dymo embossing machine, and I'm going to print out the word index to cover those because I don't like that it has index wrote in the different languages. And then on the next available page, it's going to be page 1. I am going to carefully, totally out of focus, peel the backing off, which if you kind of just pick at a corner, you can peel it quite easily. And then I am going to stick it this way up, I think. And I'm going to carefully try and line that up with the dots there so that it is straight-ish. There we go. And central-ish. Maybe it's a little off-center, but I'm fine with that. Then what I'm going to do is what I did before. I use a ruler, and for this I am going to use, just this zebra ballpoint. Okay, and that's going to be my key that I'm going to fill out later. But that's basically what I'm going to do for my key. So for now, that is what I'm going to do with that. I did, while I was here, wanted to use this stamp set to use this little spider critter. I didn't mention most of these stamp sets are from AliExpress. Okay, so my Dymo label maker embossing machine came today. It's a Dymo embossing machine. So I was able to create these little stickers that say index. And again, on these 2 pages, then I have the key. And now I'm going to do a medical page. So I am going to take this stamp set from AliExpress and try and figure out where I want this to go. I'm thinking I'm going to put that one there. So let's peel this one off. And is this block going to be big enough? Yep, it is. I want to try and get it so the needle is as straight as possible. And I'm going to ink it up with Jet Black Stays On ink. Making sure that stamp is covered and place it where I want to place it. Hopefully straight and press. And left. Yay! Okay, let's put that to the side and I'll clean it in just a second. Then there's also this one which says Medical Weirdo, and I love that. gonna ink that up, and I'm gonna stamp this up here, hopefully straight, and my hands have got the shakes, so I don't know how well straight that will be. Not terribly not straight. Not terribly not straight. Wow, that's goodly English there, Imogen. So I'll clean that. And then what I'm going to do on these pages is I'm going to write a list of my medications, treatments, illnesses, and stuff. So that's going to be my medical page. Okay, so next up I wanted to do a fitness and weight loss tracker thing. Measurements and weight loss is what I wanted to do. So if you have seen my A5 bullet journal, you will have seen this very Sally looking character on the front and her cute little bat, and I want to use that stamp again here. Straight down, and then I'm gonna press her about a bit because some parts don't pick up all too well on these bigger stamps. Okay, and then lift it up. No! Okay, this is what I knew was going to happen with the stamp. So what I'm going to do instead, because I always have issue with it, is I'm going to take a mouse mat and I'm going to take this and I'm going to ink her up again. I'm going to, can you see? Probably not. On the mouse mat, on the sticker paper, and I'm going to press her down into the sticker paper. Then I will fussy cut her out and stick her over my missed stamping in the book. So it's like if you fail a stamp, you can always restamp. That's a little bit better. Not particularly great. And then later I'm going to colour her in with pencil crayon. So let's first cut her out. Okay, so now I've cut her out and I'm going to stick her over where I misstamped before. So let's try and find an edge to peel the backing off. There we are. And I'm going to carefully, ta-da! Okay. And then I want to stick her so she is over where we misstamped before, hopefully. There we go. So there we are. So as I said, I'm going to colour her in pencil crayon, and across the top I'm going to do my weight and do like a weight tracker, and then also my measurements. And I'm going to copy over the information from here, so I have all of this year's, well, I started in May, so I have it from May through to the end of the year in one place without having to keep backwards and forwardsing. And then on the next pages I wanted to do a level 10 life spread, which I will probably do off of camera, just because I'm unsure if I want to do, she's says where it even is. There. I'm unsure if I wanted to print this out and do this again, which I painfully made this. So I don't know if I want to do that again, or if I want to just do something a bit more simpler, or what. I will have a think about that, because when you print it in this size, the first like 2 or 3 you can hardly see in the center because it's like obviously condensed and so small. So yeah. So then on this page I'm wanting to do a audiobook layout. So I will, first of all, I will show you what I did in my A5. So I created, I'm going to have to turn it upside down so you can see it. So I created this little audiobook type, like an audio player type thing. And I want to try and recreate that here. So going to, using a FriXion pen, so audiobooks, and that's what I'm going to do, list audiobooks on these 2 pages. Okay, so then on the next page I wanted to create a platinum trophy tracker for my gaming obsession. I haven't even used this stamp set, it's new to me from AliExpress. So I'm a PlayStation, even this is more like the old PlayStation controllers, not like the PS4, but it is not Xbox like the other controllers, that's fine. And I'm actually going to stamp this straight in now. And I'm going to stamp this on this top page up here. Ta-da! Okay, and what are the sentiments? I love you modeling other video games, console freak, I pause my game for you really knew how to push my buttons. Achievement unlocked. Famous achievement. It's old. I think I'm just gonna use the controller from this set. So I just went and found it, but I have this stamp set, which is by My Prima Planner. Don't know how well you can see that, it's a very shiny logo. And this one is the teen set, and the teen set comes with this little trophy. It actually comes with a whole bunch of quite cute icons. But I am going to use that trophy. It also comes available to punch into like a personal size planner. I couldn't think of what that was then. Or a 6-ring planner like the personal size. So let's peel the protecting back off. Let's get this little trophy stamp out. I also grabbed one of my little smaller blocks just to make life a little bit easier for me. And Okay, and then I'm gonna write trophies, I think. And I might do like games I want to buy and trophies or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I just knew that when I saw this that I wanted to do that in here. Let's pop that little stamp back. I'm going to grab this little Hello Kitty that I'm using for this purpose. And I noticed there's like some little headphones over here. So there is the little headphones. And then we have this PlayStation looking controller and this little trophy controller. Little trophy thing. So next up I wanted to do a social media tracking numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide up these pages. So I'm thinking or hoping that these will fit in here. Now this is just a cheap AliExpress stamp set and some of the words are probably spelled wrong because that's what cheap AliExpress stamp. So next up what I'm wanting to do is I am wanting to move you a little bit so we can see what we're wanting to do. I am wanting to create a past log, which is kind of like a future log. Sometimes I want to know like when the last time I went to the physio or the last time I went to the doctor's or the dentist or blah blah blah. So I'm going to do a past log as well as a future log. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to divide the page up. I'm going to take my white Signo Uniball. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the little calendars at the top of each page. So I'm going to do like okay, so I started filming this and I was going to do the moon phases on this side and then the zodiac dates on this side. I completely screwed up doing the zodiac thing, so I ended up stamping it out onto sticker paper and then making one big sticker to stick over the whole thing. And I don't know if I like it or not, but it's functional, it has the dates, and I'm terrible at remembering the dates. So for this I used, I lost it too, it was another AliExpress stamp set. So, and that's the one that I used for creating this. And then for creating my moon phases, I have this moon and weather stamp set, also from, can you guess? Yep, AliExpress. So I'm going to do a right now, I'll just leave it at that. I'll do, and then I'm going to copy out the dates and then I'll be right back. Okay, so what I have done here is I have used these stamps to create a, in fact actually let's write it. New moon. The first quarter, so it's F, Q, and then waxing. And then it is third quarter, so waning. And I'm happy enough at that, it'll do. It's got the relevant dates and such forth. And then what am I going to do next? Okay, so where are we at? Cat hair. So I've stuck some sticky notes temporarily in the front. I haven't yet done my intro to who I am, about me, blah blah blah. Index is looking like it's getting somewhere now. And we'll soon be on to page 2 of the index. So we have the key. I still haven't filled out the medical weirdo stuff yet. My weight stuff, I haven't coloured her in yet. And then I'm going to do a water thing up here to basically say how much water I should be drinking for my weight. And I think I mentioned that in a previous video somewhere, or if not, I definitely mentioned it on the post on my Instagram. Then my measurements I have yet to fill in. This I'm going to do like some before pictures and then some like during and like hopefully some after pictures or some like high progress pictures. So have a spread, a visual inspiration of my weight loss. Then Miracle Morning and Level 10 Life, I've decided I'm going to do it like this. Audiobooks, you saw me create this. PlayStation trophies and games I would like to get. And then I did my numbers that I know of. This is a fairly new account. And I have yet to fill out the rest of this. Then I have a past log, a past log, a future log, and future log / families plans. We have the moon phases and the Sabbats, the zodiac symbols and their dates. I created this using some, I have this really awesome washi tape which kind of looks like cards, if I pull it out, or stamps or something, but there's quite a few really awesome images on there. Which I just cut a couple out and then I cut this one so it looks like it's behind that one. And yeah, so It's my tarot plan. Then I decided to do sort of like the last couple of days of August. So this is the trackers that I decided that I'm going to do, which basically records my depression, anxiety, pain, fatigue in the morning, the afternoon and the night, and then also period and toiletry habits. So I decided to do the last couple of days here. This is somewhat similar to how I've decided I'm going to fill out my diary, only it'll be a little bit bigger on this side, and then a running to-do list on this side is how I'm going to do my diary, and then on another page entirely I'm going to have like an entire month of sleep tracking. So as you can see, my sleep is somewhat all over the place due to my medical stuff. So yes, and then I put the first bookmark in on that page because that's where we're at. I've done the sleep tracker for September. I haven't yet coloured in the key codes, and I haven't decided what image I'm going to stamp here yet. And then I saved space to do an October one, a November one, and a December one. And then I'm going to do a September title page, which is new to me. I've never really done a title cover page before. And then I've got September calendar, which I drew out and quite loving. And I just drew it out in 4x4, apart from Thursday's a little bit bigger to accommodate for this. Fold in the page. September, I've drawn out my sleep tracker. And then I loved doing the Ultimate Productivity Challenge by BuJo Boosted, is it? I think it is. Let me find, hold on a second. Yes. I loved doing this challenge in my A5, and obviously if I pick you up a little bit, you can't see the whole. That's another reason why I think I like this one, just because I can fit it on the camera. Yeah, so the idea being that once you've done one of these, you fill it in and you go around, and then once you get to here, you go up, and then you do the second tier, and that second tier is called the second level. So you write when you started it, when you finished it, and what your reward is for completing that, which helps you justify spending money that you shouldn't spend. So I haven't yet filled out the colours for those, but I have filled out the layout, and obviously being that that was a very large thing, it's actually normally done 2x2, so like 4 squares. So I only did this in 1 square, and it looks so cute, the small tiny version of that, but it works in exactly the same way. Then I've done my September master to do essentials list. I'm actually going to cover this up and do a September to-do list and a September social media list is what I'm going to do there. Then I've done the tail end of this week, so I'm going to do some stampy majiggy thing here, and then September. This is going to be September with a to-do list and a tracker for no spend and a little note box. I don't know what I'm going to fill in here yet. And then I've done next week as well, and that's as far as I've got. In the back I wrote my phone number so that if this gets lost, it's in the back, and there's very little chance of me accidentally showing the people of the world, internet and the world, like it by mistake. I just wanted to do like a quick little overhaul of what has become of my desk and the floor. Dusty, you helping? Oh, Ash is worried he's missing out on something. Okay, so in my creative splendor, I have now coloured this character, and I went over the outlines with the Zebra 1mm Z1 pen in jet black, and we're not focusing on that, are we? So I just went around the outlines, and then to colour her in, I used these Prisma colour pencils. And yeah, so I'm really pleased how she actually turned out, to be honest. She looks better in person, although I totally forgot to colour her shoes. Pentel pencil. And then I'm going to go over the top with this just Marco metallic blue pencil that I happen to have. There we go. Totally didn't do any of that on the camera. But, so, that's how that turned out. Okay, so one final thing that I decided to do was I decided to take my Tim Holtz Black Soot Distress ink, and I took 3 makeup sponges, and you can see my fingers are still a little bit black on the, mostly on this side, and I went around and I inked up all of the edges to give it a more distressed, grungy, gothy, vibey feel. And I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And then of course by doing that, the edges of my book are now black. So yeah. So I have added an additional ribbon, so there's now 3 ribbons to this. And it looks quite a bit shorter, but it's not, I promise. I cut them all to be the same length, and I did cut these to be a little bit shorter. And then I sealed them with a lighter, and I did do a tutorial on how to do this. I did it with my sister's A5 Leuchtturm in, I believe it was the emerald green. So I will link the tutorial to that below. But now I have the grey and black one that comes with the grey, that comes with the black Leuchtturm. I have the plain black ribbon that comes with the Leuchtturm, and then I also have this black and white one that I have just added. So this time, I am going to love you and leave you. I am going to go. And yeah, I hope this rambliness made up for something, and I have my desk to clear because it is a mess. Thanks for watching, and yeah.